Reducing the impacts of blue light exposure at nighttime is fairly simple, but there's a few more considerations that you need to take into account other than just wearing the glasses. So I'm going to take you through what I do at nighttime, and hopefully this helps you and your family. So imagining that the sun has just set, I've put my glasses on, my HMC blue light reducing glasses, and that means that while they're on, all the blue light around me is not getting into my eyes. It is, however, still getting on my skin. We're not going to go into that, but it is something to consider. Blue light does affect us through our skin, mostly the eyes, but also the skin. So what I do to help reduce blue light around me before I go to bed is I actually have a orange light bulb on in the kitchen. This globe looks like a regular bulb in a lamp, but it's actually an orange tinted glass. When it goes on, it gives off orange light. Now, the other benefit of this type of bulb is that it doesn't have any flicker. Pretty much every household light these days has some sort of flicker, which you can't pick up with the naked eye, but tests show that the flicker is actually really bad for our health. So there's a few companies now designing bulbs of all different kinds that actually don't have any flicker, which is really cool. So not only does it produce a really nice warm orange light, but also has no flicker. It's really nice. As soon as the sun has set and I've got these glasses on, I put my little lamp on with that orange bulb in it. It's really cool. It's just an old lamp that I found that fits the bulb because it doesn't go into the lights above, our oyster ceiling lights. It just doesn't fit. So I was worried at first that I wouldn't be able to see in the kitchen really well, to cook and just to do things in general, but it's actually bright enough that I can see just fine, which is great. So the other benefit of this type of bulb or globe, whatever you want to call it, is that it also helps reduce the impact of the other blue light around in the room. So Clint and I have a really big 6-foot fish tank, and we like to keep the light on at night time to really see the colors of the fish. It's a blue light. I'm not stressing about that blue light. I'm not also stressing about the light that's coming in from the window and the little bit of blue light that's coming off our devices. I can't control all of that perfectly. So knowing that this globe being on at night is actually reducing some of that blue light to help filtering it out in the room is really, really, really handy. Okay, so glasses are on, orange light is on. That's fine while I'm downstairs. We also have a salt lamp on in the room, which is a nice way to get really orange light happening. But not all salt lamps are really dark orange. So if it isn't, then you probably might need a backup light as well if you're trying to change the lights in your house. But when it's time to go to bed or go upstairs to have a shower, it's a whole different ball game. So let's take you through that. All right, so when we go upstairs in our townhouse, we actually have only salt lamp light on. Unless we need to do something in particular and put a light on, a normal light to see something that we just can't see with orange light, which is very rarely, and we've got these on anyway, we can generally be comfortable taking the glasses off and just using salt lamp light. Salt lamps are great. They're not necessarily the best option because they might still have some flicker, they might not be blocking out as much blue light in the room because the light bulb inside it is a blue light. One trick is to buy the LED versions of the little bulbs that go inside that don't heat up. They don't get hot, and you can paint them red. And then that way it's filtering out all of that blue light because it's the only light coming out is red. So that's a really cool tip. We also have a salt lamp in the bathroom. I love showering at night to the salt lamp light. It's really relaxing and calming on the mind, which is what orange light does for the body. I can see just fine. I'm not doing makeup or anything like that at nighttime. So it's fine to shower to. You don't need to see anything clearer than what the orange light produces. So when we come upstairs, that salt lamp light is actually filtering through to the hallway in the darker areas, and I can see where I'm walking. I don't need to turn any lights on because if you've got a salt lamp in every room, then you can see just fine. All right, so what happens when you go to bed? What I do is use my salt lamp light to read and do my arrow words before going to sleep. Sunnies are off because I can see just fine with the salt lamp and there's no other blue light in our room. I've got an alarm clock that has red light on it, not blue. And I wouldn't be too keen to sort of paint or cellophane red over anything electrical that can get hot and cause a fire. So you're looking for to replace any blue light devices with red light options if possible, or just not have them in the room if you can help it. The main reason I wanted to make this video was to talk about what happens when people who aren't going to remember to put these on in the middle of the night need to go to the bathroom or go get a drink of water. That's the trickiest point. We're getting kids wearing these at night time. What happens if they wake up and out of habit and grogginess go to the toilet and turn the normal light on? It ruins all the time that they wore the glasses for up until that point and blocked out blue light. It does completely get out of whack the circadian rhythm. So my suggestion is, if they're not going to remember to put these on and use the regular lights, is to change the lighting. Use salt lamps as your first point of call. They're affordable, they last for a really long time, as long as it's a really orange salt lamp. Or switch it up and change the bulbs to the red light bulbs, similar to the one I use in the kitchen. You can get all different varieties. There are even sensor wall lights. Perfect. So you don't even have to think about lighting or your eyes or any exposure to blue light when you're waking up half asleep still in the middle of the night to turn things on. You don't have to turn anything on then. Sensor lights on the wall can be turned on, and the redder the better because it's blocking out the most amount of blue light. If I wake up before sunrise, it's still important to be trying to eliminate that light just so your body is still coming down from its melatonin high, ready to allow the wake up hormones to kick in when the sunlight starts happening in the morning. So if I wake up way before sunrise, even half an hour before I can see any light, I remember to put my glasses on and then I go downstairs. I usually have to put on a couple of regular lights because I just need to see clearer where I'm walking at that point. But then I turn the orange light on as soon as I can downstairs, and that helps. But these are on straight away. There you have it, guys, some tips on how to manage blue light in the house after dark and before sunrise. I hope that helps you.